Apparently, she said this.
Well, apparently, I heard this.
I've never been on live television before.
I've got a text.
That's not how I thought you were gonna start.
I've got a text, guys. And it's saying, Islanders, welcome back to the Apparently Pod with Robert.
And Gabby.
I
love how your intros recently, I feel like you like make yourself laugh, and then it's like we don't get into the video for a bit.
Because like it was funny. Because like I literally did that bit when I got here.
Oh yeah.
Into the studio.
Well, that's because but that's because it's you changed it to your text tone. Yeah. So okay. If you saw last week, I was like, how do we start? If you saw last week's episode, you know our weekly obsession was Love Island. Wait, that was just mine or was it yours too? I don't remember.
I mean, it should have been mine. But
yeah, but you were just you want it to be different. So this week was the finale, and like drama's been happening post finale. But me and Gabby have a lot of thoughts about Love Island just in general because we binged it, so we didn't like see it while it was going on, and so we're about to talk about Love Island for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes.
God.
Well, it's gonna be a while. Like I just know we're gonna keep going on about it. We'll talk about things happen in our lives too, and so we'll talk about that at the end. But like that's probably why not most of you clicked it. If it is and you don't want to see spoilers of Love Island, you can just skip to the end. And yeah,
We're gonna talk about it.
I just like we should preface with that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. But before we start, like be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, comment your weekly obsession, and tell a friend to tell a friend.
And subscribe.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's what I was gonna say. Okay. So there's not like this is spoiler. We're just gonna talk about the whole season because it ended. Okay. Initial thoughts on finale results.
I clicked.
Wait, this is okay. By the way, this episode is not gonna be accessible if you have not seen Love Island. Like I just don't know. Like we're just gonna talk about it as if you have seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah. So Serena and Cordell, loved them.
They won.
I loved the top 3. Like that was all I could ask for.
True.
I do kind of wish Janae and Kenny
My number
were
2.
second.
Yeah.
Because
Janae's our girl, like, guys, and like, I mean, we love Janae and Kenny, like them as a couple. But like, even last episode before we even got to Casa Amor, we already loved Janae. Like she's just that girl.
Yeah, I also love Leah. Like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, we're Leah Stan. We love the PPG. Like, what else can we say?
Like
all 3 of them.
Yeah. No, I wish Janae and Kenny would have won second because they are just so cute. I can't, like, I texted Robert and I was literally in bed. I was like, tell me why I'm literally giggling and kicking my feet in bed just thinking about them.
I was too, though.
I literally, like, I wasn't watching any TikTok edits. Like, there was just stuff, like, rolling through my mind. Like, when he was like, I want you, I need you. And I was, like, kicking my feet in bed. I was like,
Also, like, though, because we keep saying it, but, like, with on all the interviews and stuff they're doing now that they got out of the villa, it's just, like, she's just a yapper, and he's just, like, sitting there smiling, looking at her, like
listening to her, like,
or he makes his little faces where he's just making little, like, when they're, like, asking shitty questions, he's just, like letting her, like, say stuff. It's so cute.
No, they're so cute. And then I can't. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't.
It's so cute. Okay, so who's are they your favorite couple?
Yeah, I think they're my favorite couple.
They
were my 3 favorite tropes, though.
I did see people say that the slow burn, the reformed playboy, and
the yapper and listener.
Oh yeah, there wasn't enemies to lovers, which is what people wanted from Rob and Leah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm outing myself. I do not want them together.
I
like Miguel and Leah better.
Yeah, I do. Whatever, like, he was saying about her, like, during their
Miguel?
declarations. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Did you see the edit? So when she's writing her declaration, she's like, I think mine's just gonna be like a thank you or whatever. And then when he's doing his declaration, he starts giving her, like, thank you so much for all this. In her face, she goes, because she realizes, like, oh my god, like, that's what I was doing, or like that's what I was gonna do.
It's so cute. No, and everybody was talking about it. They're like, Miguel's speech was I feel like Kenny's was sweet too, but
Kenny's was, yeah, but we were expecting that after his recoupling speech,
and that was crazy. That was like insane. I loved that.
Janae deserves.
Miguel's, his was basically like, I was about to say love. Like, I love your qualities that make you you, and I wouldn't change them. You may see them as like negatives, but I look at it as positives. And I was like, stop. That's so fucking
It is
cute.
Okay, so besides the top 3, we did have another couple in the finale of Kendall and Nicole.
Crickets.
No, because okay,
Crazy though, because they haven't even posted with each other.
I was gonna say that. I was like, Nicole has not acknowledged him on social media, I don't think, yet.
Even in Kendall's post, he put a picture with her at the very end.
And it was also like a thank you for this experience. It wasn't giving. I like I don't even know if they're together currently, which is crazy because it happened so recently.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I mean, okay, we already thought
a lot of theories on that.
Well, we thought, okay, there's already theories like before this even happened that, like before they got out, that Kendall and Nicole were pretending so that they could win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the reason why Kendall was like egging all the guys on to cheat. So like to not be faithful or whatever, because he wanted to be the strongest couple. I mean,
I also saw someone said that like Kendall's feelings might have been true because he said the whole like I love you or whatever, and then when Nicole was crying, like that was her like being like, oh fuck, like this is getting too real.
Yeah. Well, I also did see how like he told her like 3 times like I love you, no pressure, say it back, like no pressure, and it's like even though you're saying it, it's like every time you say the no pressure, it like gives
the
pressure. Like the first time it makes sense, but then like every other time you say it, I don't know. I don't know. Also, I don't know. I mean, out of the top 4, I think they were least likely to stay together, which is crazy because I don't think they thought that. Or like the people inside the villa.
Yeah. No, I did feel so. We were like talking about Kendall the whole time, being like, ill, like.
No, because
we hate
he
him.
is.
But I felt so bad for him.
Well, yeah.
When he had his leaks, and he handled it like pretty good.
Well, yeah, but we don't know like actually.
Yeah, or like the statement he put, it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I still don't like him. So like, what? Like, I'm just gonna ignore whatever happened with that. But no, because he is like just like a frat guy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah. Remember how we were watching whenever Andrea and Nicole came in, and like we kept saying like it's gross how the guys kept going like, oh dang, and like,
yeah. It was also
because that was him.
It was also gross in movie night when they show all the Kendall clips, and then oh no, it was in when they were playing the Mr. and Mrs. challenge, and then Cass, is that the last girl's name?
Yeah.
She was like, she put something about Kendall's the biggest ick or what, least genuine, something like that. And then she's like, oh, it's just like when you get, people keep saying he gets like overexcited over it. Then he was like, oh yeah, rev me up, turbo. And it's like, ew. Okay, but also it's not like that he gets overexcited. Like that's not the problem. It's like, and then also, since we're talking about bad things about Kendall, when he like stepped up on Serena in the kitchen, it's like that was like
not okay.
Not at all. And like she physically looks so uncomfortable and like low-key kind of scared or nervous.
Just the way he's saying, he's like, Serena.
He's like condescending. It's like disgusting. And then no, I just hated that so much. Like that gave me, well, that wasn't even an ick. That's just like biggest red flag.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. And then even how he was like, he kept getting closer to her. And then was like, you can't be saying all that. And it's like, she tried to stand her ground a little bit. And then it was like, he kept getting close. And it was like, it was just gross. I did not like that at all. Like, that was like, I mean, people are reading into that. However, like, they're saying other assumptions of what they think that could be. But, like, in general, it's like, that's not like a green flag. Like, you should not be stepping up on anyone like that, let alone a woman who's, like, significantly smaller than you.
Yeah.
Like, that was just gross. So,
that was weird to me.
Not a Kendall fan. But I am a Janae fan. That's
no.
I love her so
she's
much.
So slay.
No, I love her. Okay, but how So do you like versus when it's like Leah and Rob or Leah and Miguel? Like, where do you fall?
Okay, I do love Leah Miguel, mostly because Miguel is so freaking sexy.
Yeah, like for no reason too. He's like it's like crazy.
He's so hot, and I was like, okay, like Leah, she could pull. She's
Well,
pulling.
she's hot.
She is hot, but like I did get, because I would say I love enemies to lovers. There, I said it, but that's because I was a Wattpad girly.
Yeah.
So and like whenever I saw those sweet moments with Rob and Leah, I was kind of like, oh my god,
Yeah.
like this is crazy. But I do like Leah and Miguel because you could see, like, I don't know, you can see how much they're like into each other. And then Rob, it just kind of looked like because he couldn't have her, he was like, oh, like I kind of want her, you know?
Yeah, the whole okay. So when we were recording this, multiple people have done like interviews on podcasts, but we have Leah's comes out the same day this comes out. So Leah's call her daddy interview podcast thing hasn't happened yet. So we don't know what like happens there. But on Rob's call her daddy thing, he says how like when it does seem like he regrets going up, like standing up next to Andrea. Or like no, he doesn't regret that. He regrets not telling Leah sooner. But like I don't know, like I get it, because it's like when you're watching the edits and stuff and the cute moments, I do start to think like they would be so cute together.
Mm-hmm.
But then I see like once I see a clip of that fight they had, I'm like, no, thank God she got out,
Yeah.
because he's literally insane. Like, forget the whole like him twisting her words when she said, I've never spoken bad about you to Andrea, and then he goes and tells Liv and Kayla she said that she never spoke bad about me or Andrea, when that's not what she said. And then the whole backseat stuff, like forget all that. Just the fact how he goes like, oh, and forget the whole like when he says he doesn't have a sexual connection with her, like that
was insane.
That is crazy. But even all of that, the part that just like is so crazy to me is he goes, I just don't know if you're the right one for me, and she goes, you don't think like I'm the right one for you? He's like, no, I didn't say that. She's like, what? He's like, I said I don't know if you are, and she said, oh, when it's like he was arguing about like if he said I don't know or I don't think, it's like that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like the way he was just trying to like he's trying to flip it as if all of a sudden she was attacking him. Like he's like, no, I didn't say I don't think. I said I don't know. What? Like that to me is crazy.
I also think he was just trying to keep her as an option, but like it kind of blew up in his face whenever he did have that whole meltdown, because it really just took it too far. And I don't know if he was just trying to play it up, like being like, oh, you should feel bad for me. You should feel bad for me because you're not thinking about my feelings. Because like every time, like, well, after Andrea left, like he was like kind of like going back to her and being like, oh, hey. And then I forgot who came in after that he had a connection with. But then like once that ended, he was like, oh, hey.
Was Cassidy next?
Yeah, I think so.
Who she was in there for her and the other guy went in there for like
No. Hakeem?
No.
Oh my god,
I forgot his name. I can't picture his face.
she came in with Kenny.
Cassidy did?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought she came in with
she came in with Kenny.
and whatever his name was. But that's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing the other guy, but I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But regardless, Rob. Okay, like that whole situation. Also because I mean, on the Call Her Daddy interview, he like still in his mind thinks she wasn't listening to him or validating his feelings or anything. And then also, okay, my tea with the Call Her Daddy girl. What's Alex Cooper? Is that her name?
I guess so.
I like didn't know until I saw the interview because I like don't watch the podcast. I think that's her name. But I don't believe she's seen the show because she was like not fighting him on the. I mean, I know you like don't want to fight your guests, like so that they keep talking. But like, I felt like that specifically was like the one time you should really pick the battle because it's like that's one of the big issues people have with him is that fight. And he was like still in the position like Leah didn't validate my feelings or wasn't listening to me and keep cutting me off. When like after he comes back from crying, she's immediately like, I didn't mean to make you feel bad. Like I didn't mean to make you think this way or whatever. And he's like, could you just ask me how I feel or how I am?
And whenever
and
they
like what
hug each other, whenever you think they're all hash it out, like he literally like pushes her off of him.
Yeah. and also he's like, I don't know. It was just crazy.
And the whole whenever like he did stand by Andrea, are you kidding me? That face he made when he saw that she wasn't making a big deal. She was just sitting there. He was like,
Yeah. Well,
Like,
also
what?
because also he didn't tell her she was gonna do that, and I mean on the interview he says he wasn't given the opportunity to, and then she goes,
"Girl,
did they keep you from each other in like separate rooms? And he's like, I can't say because like the NDA. And then she's like, oh no, but people know because like Love Island apparently that's what they do before the recoupling is they keep them separate so they can't talk to each other, and then they bring them out whatever. And then he's like, no, I like can't say, and so she's like, oh. But I mean, like everyone knows, so it's fine. But so apparently, like I know, but still, it's like you would have known earlier that day. I mean, he was stressed because he didn't know what to do, and
it's not like they held a gun to his head. Like they were literally like, okay, if anybody want to couple up with Andrea."
yeah, and it's also like she wasn't gonna leave at that moment, you know, because there was already 3 guys up, so that means like they would have been able to each choose one. I'm assuming. I do understand what he meant because in his mind he was saying that Leo was safe and so he wanted to keep Andrea there to talk to both of them, which is fine. That makes sense, but you just didn't tell Leah that. And so that's why she's like, what? Like you flipped a switch on me. And so it's like, and he says that he wasn't sure what he was going to do, but then after their big fight is when he's leaning more towards Andrea after. Because in his mind, Leah didn't validate his feelings, even though she's literally like talking to him. Like, I don't know. I feel crazy. Like their fight that was like such a red flag for him. And like the fact she doesn't know that bothers me. The fact it wasn't shown on movie night bothers me. Like, I don't know why they didn't play.
Overalls.
Yeah. And instead it was about her. And I do think it was, okay. I do see both perspectives because some people say Leah had a lot of people think Leah was edited bad. And that's like part of the frustration people have when watching, like that fight. Because they're like, oh my God, like, or like they keep trying to make Rob seem like a good guy or whatever, and it's bothering people. But then I also see some people be like, no, when they put that clip in movie night, Leah was given the opportunity to apologize, and she got like a good edit. You know, like she was able to redeem herself from when she said that. But it's also like, I don't know. No one was really like, I mean, I guess she did kind of hate on him for crying, but like it was more like, yeah, but like she was hurt too, and he was crying because he had to make a decision between 2 girls.
Ew, and then him being like, ew, the fact that he brought this up when like Miguel was really right there and they're coupled up and he's like, people ask me all the time, would you get back together with Leah? And I'm like, I like Leah. Leah's a good person, but I don't trust you. Like, what?
Yeah, he also, well, okay, that's like the later fight is because he's convinced Leah is a liar. Which, okay, so this is another big issue with the interview thing was so interesting because he was saying, like, she had asked him later about something and he, like some rumor or something. Or like what, I think like someone had told him, I don't know. I don't want to speculate. But he said something like, I don't want to tell you something, like I don't want to start drama because to me drama is like things I don't know are true.
Was it the whole Connor thing?
I don't remember what it was about. But he was just saying he didn't want to say something because he didn't know if it was true. However, he's convinced Leah lied based on what someone else said that he doesn't know is true. So it's like it didn't make sense because he was like, he was convinced, like, I don't know. It's like so weird. It's so weird. And also because another thing about the interview, she like told him that the conversation deciding if Andrea was going to go home wasn't aired. And at first I thought she meant like the whole thing because I was like, oh, maybe there was parts we didn't see. But no, she was saying it as if nothing was shown. And I was like, no, we saw.
We should do these interviews.
No, well, everyone was annoyed because like she hasn't watched the show.
Yeah.
And now it's annoying because now Leah's going to go on it. So I'm like, oh my God, like this girl doesn't know what she's talking about. And now she's interviewing the 2 people who like everyone wants to ask them about drama because they fought, you know, like the biggest people on TikTok. And it's like, just know what she's talking about. But so then he was like, oh, Robert's confused because he's like, oh, I thought I was going to be able to watch it. And she's like, no, they didn't show anything. And then, I mean, I do think on the reunion, I do want them to play the whole clip. Like the parts because it's edited. I just want them to play the clip. Like however long it is, you can edit it for us. Like, because I'm sure it's like, what, 10 minutes? Like, I don't know how long. It's probably longer. But like, show them the whole 10 minutes and just cut to their reactions and then like have a conversation about it after. Because what happens is Liv immediately goes up and says, so we're not sending Janae home. And then everyone's like, no, we're not. That gets her off the table. So then there's Andrea and Nicole to pick. And then I'm pretty sure Kayla brings up, like, well, we should be open to options. Like, and then later, Leah does say this, that she doesn't think Andrea is there for the right intentions. She does say that, but that's, like, the only thing she contributes. And then, like, it's mostly Kayla and Liv steering the conversation. And then they all vote, and they all hold their fingers up. And then based on what Liv said later, I believe Serena, Kayla, and Leah all vote Andrea out. And then Liv voted Nicole out. But since there was 3, Liv was like, okay, I'm going to stand behind you guys. And now we're voting Andrea out. But, like, she didn't. I mean, okay, they argue about backseat, and it's like, I do think they just had different definitions of what that meant. I think, like, for Leah, it's like I was the one steering the conversation because she wasn't. It was mostly Liv and then, like, secondary Kayla.
Yeah.
But, like, from Liv's perspective, it sounds like she's trying to say she didn't take a part in it at all. And so, like, I get the difference of how they're interpreting it. But, like, it just annoys me because they are arguing about, like, it bothers me because Rob doesn't know. I just hate, like, it's so annoying watching it. And then, like, no one's clarifying for him, like, what Leah actually said, or what she was doing, or how later when he goes to Liv and Kayla talking about what Leah told him, he's like asking them these things to clarify, and he's like saying the wrong things that Leah didn't say. I also do find it really interesting, which I wish she asked about, is how when he does have that conversation with Liv and Kayla to make sure, like, talking about the Andrea vote, like, oh, is this what happened? He doesn't bring Serena there. And I feel like it's interesting that he doesn't. Like, why would you not ask Serena? If you want to get to the... Because he claims it's to get... He wanted to know the truth. Why would you not get Serena? I don't know.
Serena keeps it real.
Well, it's also like then it... Because I don't know what your argument would be. What, like, oh, she's closer to Leah, so she would lie or something? It's like, you can just... I don't know why that would... If anything, it would be better to have someone advocating the opposite side so they all, like... You know what the truth is, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of just hearing one point of view. I don't know. I just find it interesting, and I don't know what...
It was messy.
But yeah, Rob just pisses me off.
Yeah.
He's just such a gaslighter. Also, the way that he, like, in the interview, he also was acting like he didn't say anything about that him and Leah didn't have a sexual connection. He, like, I don't know. It's so specific because, like, she was like, oh, you said you didn't feel a sexual connection with Leah. And he's like, I didn't say that. And she's like, yes, you did. He's like, I used those exact words. And she's like, well, I mean, we can get the clip. But it's like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah.
It's like the whole, like, I didn't say I don't think so. I said I don't know. It just pisses me off. I just can't with him. He's so annoying. And I do think it's crazy him and Cass slept together on TV after knowing each other for only a day. And I know they knew each other previously, but, like,
yeah.
I think that's crazy. Just because it's on TV and you're in a room full of people. Like, that's wild.
No, crazy. Andrea?
Oh my god.
So annoying.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about her.
So she was posting so many TikToks when she got out.
And on live a lot, like
she would sing the same song. I've been thinking about it.
I love all the comments always whenever people repost clips, always like, Andrea, please
stop.
Andrea, leave us alone. Andrea.
So she was posting so many TikToks, and then Rob had said, like, oh yeah, like, we got in contact. I don't think she knew I saw the TikToks, so
because it was like right after he got out, she like deleted everything and then stopped posting, and everyone was like, oh my god, she's trying to
cover her tracks. Yeah. No, and she disabled her comments.
Well, yeah, she did. On everything, like on her profile, they're just gone.
No, she is like so cringe.
The worst part is that it actually affected Rob's opinion of her because he was saying that now he's like, well, he thought it was weird. He's like, yeah, she did post like a lot. Like, he just thought it wasn't in her character, and so he gave him the ick basically. Yeah. And so now he's like taking a step back and doesn't really want to talk to her right now. And probably
no, you know what's even worse? He was like, oh, I'm probably sure I don't want to date anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me that kind of made sense just because like you just got off
show.
And they do talk about feelings 24/7, so it's like you would want to just take a break.
It's draining.
Yeah, like I believe that, like that made sense to me. But I mean, I don't know.
That was so funny to me.
I also do. Okay, I don't think it's crazy. After Andrea left, I don't think it's crazy Rob stayed, but I do think it's crazy he stayed because of how he reacted when she wasn't gonna stay.
Yeah.
Like,
no. You're sending 3 home. You're still here, bitch, in your overalls.
No,
Now what?
literally. Like, because I get that he wouldn't leave yet, because it's like they did know each other for only 4 days, and you're there on Love Island. Like, why would you leave? Like,
Yeah.
you don't know actually if like the next day you wouldn't work out, you know? It's not like you have been together for a few weeks, you know?
Yeah.
So I do get that, and I do get there was a strong connection. But, like, why? Like, he got her hopes up, you know? Like,
Did you see where I don't know if it was Kaylor that talked about it. Oh, I think it was. Like, Aaron was about to leave.
yeah. Oh, no, because he's told her, if Rob's leaving, I'm leaving. And then she's like, you're going to leave me here? Like, what? Okay, talk about a couple we don't think are going to stay together.
Denial is a river in Egypt.
Okay, well, I don't know.
But that's insane that... Also, Aaron, you piss me off. Like,
Well, yeah.
I hate him. No, okay. So I was having a conversation with my friend from school, and we were talking about Love Island. She's like, "No, I don't like Serena and Cordell," and I was like, "What?"
Wait, what part is she on? Like, that's what
No,
how you
she
know.
saw all of it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "What?" Like, I love Serena and Cordell. She's like, "Yeah, I think it would have been better if like Kaylor and Aaron won," and I was like, "What?"
Wait, so she finished the whole show?
Yes. And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" She was like, "I don't know. I feel like Cordell did like so many worse things," and I was like,
If anything, it's
No.
equal. If anything.
yeah, but then she was like, yeah, like the way Aaron, like, he actually like did stuff to like apologize, and I was like, no, like,
She has it backwards.
yeah, I was like, Cordell was the one that was like actually putting in work, literally stopped talking to Dea and was like, no, I want to work on us. Which she said, yeah, that was messed up that like he cut off Dea, but it's like, that's what he's supposed to do. Like,
But also, Aaron did that to Daniela. Like, why is it different?
yeah, so I don't know, the way she was saying it, I was like, it
Okay,
doesn't make
unpopular
sense.
opinion.
I
No-
know, I was like, that's
Literally,
crazy.
no one thinks that.
Soul Ties is crazy.
She must have hated the ending because literally no one thinks that. Like, that's why
Yeah.
Aaron and Kayla got sent home.
I was like, that's crazy that you think that.
No, because someone said Aaron has American Girl doll teeth. And, like, he literally looks like an American Girl doll.
No, I was like, Aaron's ugly, but there were some parts where I was like, okay, like he's.
No, yeah, I saw that
attractive.
parts, but also I feel like his personality made him ugly.
Yeah.
Because, like, towards the end of the shows when he became, like, less attractive to me, and I think it's because
I'm
of
so
what happened.
confused, like what he is too, because whenever the family calls her, he's like, oh, abuela. Like, what?
Oh, no, people said that apparently he lived in Spain for a time or grew up in Spain or something, and so I guess that's, like, how he learned Spanish, and that's... But then people are like, I don't know. Like, that was
He's
weird.
spicy white.
That was... Well, I don't think that at all. But it's just also weird because, like, then his abuela is also speaking...
English.
Well, with an English accent.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, well, what? Like, why is she Hispanic? Like, I don't know.
That's funny to me.
No, but Aaron does piss me off. So Kayla at the time of her like talking about public things, she hasn't seen it, but she did say she's not gonna watch it with him. She's gonna watch it with Liv.
Okay.
Or her plan is to watch it with Liv. Which is good, I think. I mean, I don't know how much it'll actually affect how she'll react. I'm glad she's not watching with him. Apparently he did want to watch it with her. Which is like she says was probably so he could explain himself. You know. Which I think makes sense that he would want to do that.
Mhm.
I mean, I think it's crazy that when she's like confronting him, he like wants to know what she knows before he like apologizes for anything. Like, okay, I think there's actually on Kayla's interview on the podcast, she goes to, was it Files? Something?
Biofiles, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but I guess he's on reality.
neither.
He was on reality show. I don't know. They ask her about like, how do you feel about like, Serena and Cordell winning, and then you and Aaron, the public doesn't like how you guys went through similar things but had such different outcomes and reactions publicly.
Mhm.
And she was saying she like realized the difference. She was like, well, one of the reasons is she thinks that Serena put up a fight, and so that's like a big factor. And I don't know how much of a factor, because
I mean, I was like, oh my god, Serena Slay.
yes, but I don't think like
That
Like,
could have
I-
heavily swayed it.
well, I think like Cordell's actions versus Aaron's is what was the big difference.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I do think like Kayla was like Serena could not have acted like Kayla, but I think Kayla should have been more Serena. But it's not like you had to, like, I don't know, like you didn't have to like knock his breakfast plate out of his hand, you know, like you don't have to go
that
full.
Was slay.
It was.
I
No, I love
it.
her.
You made your bed, humping it. Ah!
She's full. All of PPG's full of one-liners. They like
literally.
they're so
I
iconic.
think he has the hots for me. Ah! The heart rate challenge. Don't get me started on the heart rate challenge. Like,
But yeah, it's just
crazy.
I mean, Cordell. Okay, it's like how when they had their big fight on the dock, Serena's like walking away, or like keeps walking away like angry, and then he keeps chasing after her. Like he like chases her all around the villa. Like he is fighting for her. He is apologizing for everything. He told her everything. There was never like trying to double check, having to go around or like finding things out on movie night that was new information. Like nothing was new. He told her everything. And he said how he did it multiple times. The only thing that did throw
off like Serena a bit was the whole Kendall situation. How like Kendall was egging everything on.
No, that's also one of the good things I feel like about Cordell. No, what also disgusted me, even after they got back to the villa, how Kendall goes like, "Would you want your wife to act like that?" That was disgusting. There's so many reasons to not like Kendall, actually. Like, the more I think about him, like, the more... Because I'm like, that alone would have made me not like him.
Yeah.
Forgetting all the other things we've already talked about. Because that was also, like, what do you mean? A woman who stands up for herself? A woman who doesn't like to be disrespected? Like, I don't know. I did not like how he said that either. Like, would you... Because also, I just like how Cordell was able to, like, stand with what he thought and believed. Because you could tell when Kendall asked that in his head, he's like, I do want my wife to act like that. You know? Like, I do want a wife who, like... respects herself.
Yeah.
Or like wouldn't put up with disrespect. Because he knew he disrespected her. He said it multiple times, which is something Aaron didn't do. Every time Aaron was talking about his actions, he was like, I'm sorry, like it was a big deal. It was just that one time, like, oh my gosh. Like he wanted to just move past it. Or be like, or act like it wasn't a big thing. Like the handshake. The way he did the exact same handshake with her, and he's like, it was just a handshake. Like, get over it. It's not a big deal. Instead of being like, sorry, that was really fucked up. I did the same handshake. Like, oh my God. He just like tried to move past it. And it was like, that's why Kayla, like, because also the people who do like Karen or Kayla, oh my God, I guess that's his name.
Karen?
That's crazy. But the people who do like Kayla don't like her with Aaron because they're like, you deserve better.
Yeah.
So it's like even the people who do like her don't like how she's being treated. So like that's why it's messy. Also in the interview, she talks about the Leah thing on the phone call on Aaron's stories. So if you don't know, because this wasn't on the show, Aaron posted on an Instagram story where it's like a Q&A thing or something. Then in the background, Kayla's on the phone or FaceTime or something with someone, and the person on the phone says no one's gonna give a fuck about Leah in 6 months. And like since it's just a little story, that's all we hear, and people want to know who it was, blah blah blah, all this stuff. On the podcast, Kayla said it was because it was one of her hometown friends, like back home, whatever. And it was about she was getting hate from when Leah said it's giving white woman scared. And she was saying she was getting hate that people were calling her white and privileged. And so then her friend was like just trying to support her and be like, oh, like no one's gonna give a fuck about Leah in 6 months. Like it'll be fine. And then Kayla was like, well, I mean, I don't think for her supporting me, she should tear down someone else. Like that was what she was saying. But like, I just didn't think it worked because it's like, if we're being real, everyone talks bad about other people when you're trying to support your friend in private. Like,
yeah,
it's like that. Like if I was mad at like something someone said to me was like giving me hate, and you said like no one's gonna care about them or something, I'm not gonna be like, well, we shouldn't tear them down. Like that's not.
I'd really be like, yeah, damn right. Like,
yeah, like what? Why would I? Like that's weird. And then also, well, because then some people are like, oh, she clearly gave a space that like her friend was letting her. Like felt comfortable saying that about Leah, so it's like clearly they were talking bad about her, which I also don't think is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it doesn't say that like Kayla hates Leah or something. She's just probably mad she said that to her or whatever. But I just didn't like how she was like, I don't know, and also how she was talking about it was also again giving white women scared. Because what do you mean? She's getting hate for being white and privileged. That's not hate. Like you are white and you are privileged. Like that's when you're white, you're privileged. Like that's how it works.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, if people in my comments call me privileged, I'd be like, I mean, yeah, I'm a man, I'm white. Like, I don't know. Am I gonna be like, oh my God, hate? Like, am I crazy? Like, I was like, she's not getting it. Which is like, that's like the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why she was giving white women scan, just because she doesn't get it.
No, that was funny.
Leah was quick with it.
No, yeah.
Because also, why did
She's like, wow.
and she wasn't even close to her at all. Like it was so.
And Serena, don't be dramatic.
No. Seriously, like in between them,
Yeah.
like it's like nothing's like. It was so gross. But no, so yeah, I didn't even like the whole. I mean, I guess there was less tea than we thought because like I don't know.
No, I want more tea.
Well, I mean, like I don't know if people were expecting Kayla to be like, oh yeah, we were talking bad about.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was a little surprised that but when she said that it was about that comment, it made more sense to me because I thought it was gonna be about like Kayla was complaining that Leah was getting this many followers when Kayla was like one of the least followed OGs in the whole villa.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought she was, or like her and Aaron actually, like combined, they have less followers than any of the PG,
Oh my God.
or even their men. I think Cordell has more than both of them combined.
I don't know. Leah getting like
She's gonna-
1.8.
I was gonna say by the time this comes out, I think she's gonna have 2 million, and Serena's already gonna have 1 million, and then Janae's gonna be like at 850,000. Like she's really close to 1 million
support my
too.
girls.
Support Janae, guys, because Janae should also have 1 million.
Yeah. No, she's.
I'm glad we're
so
getting there because
cute.
people were like worried that Serena and Janae weren't gonna get 1 million, but like
Guys,
Serena's gonna get it.
Kenny put Janae in his Instagram bio. Are you kidding me?
Cute. I love their little interviews are so cute. Well, I can't wait. They're flying back, like they're already back. But like all their interviews, little things that had come out was like when they were still in Fiji. I'm so excited for them to like. I can't wait for the reunion.
I know.
And, oh my God, Janae actually posted on her Instagram story, either yesterday or today, because I don't remember when. She posted something like, "I can't wait for the reunion," because like an edit of her, and I was like, "No," because they're gonna eat. Because in these little Fiji interviews, Serena and Janae have both been asked about like the Kayla and Leah drama, for example, and they both like. Oh no, I love them. The way Serena immediately is like, I mean, I ride for Leah, like that's my girl. We're all gonna give a fuck about her in 6 months. Like whoever said that's stupid. Like they're gonna be giving the truth, and I also can't wait because when they watch back, they're gonna see all this stuff that like they thought they did wrong or like the way people treated them.
Especially Leah.
Yes.
Like.
This because she was in that house thinking everyone hated her, or like that she was crazy, or like that she was hurting people when it's like that's not what the public was seeing because we were seeing more and we were seeing how she was being manipulated. It's like even like in the tweet challenge when they had the cars, how like people thought she was like her. Oh my God, her and Liv both had like the worst tweets, and I was like, that's crazy because that's not what people think of them. Like I mean, I guess some people apparently did not like Liv, or they did think she was a mean girl. And
I think they just didn't like how, like that whole
Fight with Leah.
targeting Leah, but like
when Serena came up and was like, "What we're not gonna do is get up on my girl."
Yes, like I love them.
I did get. I mean, yeah. I guess Leah just had ride or dies by then. But I mean, I think Kayla is like a girl's girl. Like she was just supporting. She supports the girls. Because also in her view, she like, if what Rob was saying was true, it was like, as if Leah was attacking her, Kayla, and Serena. So she was like, you know. But regardless, Leah's was like about like hating men vulnerability and like being awful to people and selfish and a liar and manipulate all this stuff. And it's like, no one thinks like that's not what the public is thinking. Right now, her and actually probably by this comes out, Serena too will have more followers than the Love Island USA Instagram. Like they're gonna have more followers than the main account. It's fine. People are saying, "Oh, but you've seen the early seasons." So do you know Molly May on the UK one? Apparently, that's what happened on her season because also she's like the biggest Love Island UK person apparently.
Oh wow.
Like, well, actually, I was talking to Leon the other day, and he knew who she was and didn't know she was on Love Island.
Molly May.
He just knew her. Like, he didn't know she was on Love Island because she's just like famous now. But in the island, apparently, it's like that where everyone's being mean to her, and she thinks that she's in the wrong the whole time. Like, she doesn't know people love her, and people are like, "Oh, this is like it's like our version of Leah."
I
Or like
can see that.
Leah's our version of that.
That's the season I'm watching right now that Mara is on.
Yeah, is that so season 5?
Yeah,
I need to watch
to the
it.
end. I just need to finish it. I like put it on pause so that I can watch this season of Love Island. No, I was about to send you a clip of Mara like on her season, but I was like, no, he just has to watch.
I'm watching like that's the next season I'm watching is season 5 of UK.
Yeah, no,
because now I'm
good.
gonna do season 5, season 3, season 8, and season 1. I think that's the order I'm going in. I forget.
Oh wow.
I just know that 5, 3, and 8. Like that's what I'm gonna do because those are apparently like some of the best.
I'm trying to think which
UK
one
ones.
is 3.
I feel bad for the UK right now because they're probably in that. Well, everyone's joking because like they think because the UK one's normally better.
Yeah.
Like every year, like famously the US one is bad. This was like the first year it was like well, last year apparently was getting good too, but this year was like really, really good. That people were like, I mean, clearly
They
like,
just got so lucky
blew
with the
up.
cast.
it really blew up. But everyone's like, it's so funny because UK Love Island is saying they're thinking they're doing the damn thing, when like little do they know, like people have stopped watching it to watch the US one, because like a lot of people like they couldn't watch both at the same time, and people like, I stopped watching it to watch the US one, or they're like, I'm like binging it, like I'll miss a few days and just watch it all at once, like I'm not interested because apparently it's just so boring. And I was like, wow, I felt so patriotic, because like I mean like Love Island's like the UK thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean they have other things too, but like that's like the thing there, and like US
That's
Love
their
Island,
Jersey Shore.
yeah, and US Love Island isn't that big here.
Yeah.
Like season 1 was like kind of a big deal because it was like, oh, they're bringing it here, but like it kind of fell off in the middle, like it's not that big, but like this like really blew up in like a crazy way. And it's like so cool, which is why I was like so excited when they like left the villa and they're like seeing everything. I just can't wait for them all to watch the show. I also don't think there should be interviews if you haven't seen the show.
Yeah.
Like let them watch it first, or at least like watch the main sections that the drama's in. You know, like they can skip the last few episodes and the first few. Just watch the
I
drama.
still can't get
parts.
over Liv being like, just watched the first Casa episode.
Liv is gonna be crazy. I cannot wait. I can't wait.
I know, it's gonna be so good.
Is there anything specific you like want them to do or ask in the reunion? Because I'm like worried it's gonna. I don't think it will be boring, but I'm worried they're not gonna like give what it needs to give.
I really want them to like go in deep into the Casa episode, the whole Aaron, Daniela, and Rob situation.
Okay, Rob revealed on the call her daddy that Aaron did tell him to bring her back, and then Rob in his defense, because he was defending Aaron, was like, oh, 10 minutes later, he's like, no, don't bring her back, that's a bad idea, like don't do that. But he did say you should bring her back, and I have a feeling it wasn't 10 minutes later, but Aaron's changing his mind. I think he did it, my theory is, and I've seen this on TikTok, because they hear Kayla yell fuck Aaron while they're in Casa.
Yes, I know about this one.
Yeah, this theory?
Yes.
Because also the
I need to hear about this.
you just said you know about it. Okay. The Casa and the villa are like far apart. So the fact they heard her was like she screamed really loud. And so then apparently Rob and Aaron pull each other for a chat, which Rob in his interview, this is why I think it's the same chat, because in his interview he says Aaron pulled me for a chat and said, I stopped talking to Niall. I think you should talk to her again. You really like her. You should bring her into the villa.
That's insane.
And so when he said that, I was like, I wonder if this is the same chat. But they get pulled, and then Rob apparently tells Aaron this, because also this is with one of the Casa girls apparently, like a few of them, like people pieced things together, or one of them said stuff that was like, this is what happened.
Sydney.
Yeah. And so Rob tells him, I think they got a video, because like, why would Kayla be so upset? And so then they decided Aaron has to go in alone, because if he brings her back, there's no recovering.
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to go in alone. And then if Kayla didn't forgive Aaron, Rob was going to have Daniela there so that there's still another option.
Yeah.
Because Rob didn't really vibe with any of the girls. Like that, like he didn't. I mean, in the interview, he actually said that he thought about just going back and just gonna couple with Liv.
Yeah.
Because right before he left for Casa, he like said it, he was like kind of talking about that. And so, I mean, I don't get, like, they're recording everything, so we have that tape. Like, I don't know. Do you think they'll show stuff that they didn't show on?
I don't think so.
Really? I feel like they should.
Maybe.
Like, I think I think it'd be crazy if they didn't.
They should just put out a lot of deleted scenes, because I hear there's a lot.
Well, people say that they want the UK thing where it's the unseen bits that they put out in the episodes when they, like, throughout the week.
It's like their
After Sun.
They put like clips that like no one else has seen. Because specifically, Janae was talking about her, Serena, Miguel, and Kenny, Cassie, and the other guy were on a boat. They were going to their dates.
Oh yeah.
And Miguel was asking them like, oh, like how should I talk to Leah?
He was like expressing interest.
Yeah. But no one's seen that.
Well, apparently we didn't see a lot of Miguel and Leah, because everyone who's come out of the villa has said they're like attached to the hip. They're like talking all the time. They also apparently, like, Miguel's like super super sweet to her. Like he is like a lover boy, and apparently he brings her breakfast every morning. All this stuff that like they don't show. And I mean, I think they weren't showing it because they know the public, at least they thought the public, based on like the edits on TikTok, wanted Rob and Leah to get together.
Yeah.
So I think they didn't want to show us Miguel and Leah like being good.
Yeah.
Because then even when Serena and Janae are like talking to her about it later, this is like way later in the season, she's like, they're like, if both of them said I want you and gave you the choice to choose, who would you choose? And she immediately is like, I would choose Miguel. Like she's like, I would choose him. And they're like, oh really? And she's like, yeah, I would choose Miguel. And they're like, oh, if both of them want, she's like, yeah. So like she like rather have Miguel, which to me makes sense because Rob is crazy. Like,
yeah. And Miguel was so sexy.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's like what she didn't get Plan B. Like, what do you mean?
I would not be buying Plan B.
Well, lock it down. Like,
lock it down. Any way I could. That's not funny, guys.
What? It's like kind of funny.
Baby traffic.
Please, you could not. You take too much Plan B.
I'm just immune.
You are. Well, no. Maybe.
We'll see.
But yeah. Well, what other drama has? Have we covered all of the topics?
I don't know.
We said
I
how
feel
much
like we could have so much to talk about.
I know. No, I realized the time. I was like, oh my god, it's already been this long. But I was like,
know.
we talked about how we hate Aaron. Oh my gosh. Okay, to clarify from our last episode, because last week I'm pretty sure I said Cordell was like the only guy. Who was him and Connor were good. That was a lie, guys.
He didn't know any better.
I didn't. I don't like any of the guys. I mean, now I do like Cordell. I think they're cute. I think Kenny's my favorite guy.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think he really did anything that wrong.
When he was crying.
He genuinely. Okay, so like, him bringing someone back from Casa, I think was just because he thought Janae was gonna have someone, and so when Janae didn't and was upset about it, she was like showing her cards that she did really like him, and I think Kenny was just surprised. Well, he did. When Ariana asked like, oh, like Janae's alone, how do you feel? He's like, I'm a bit surprised. So I think he was just taken aback by it.
And when he was crying to Serena and Leah, he was holding his heart
because he realized how much he hurt her, and like he literally says, he's like, I didn't want to disrespect her, like I didn't want to hurt her, like all this stuff. Like he genuinely felt so bad and didn't think that she liked him that much.
Guys, they're my couple. Like
they're so cute.
Their final date? Are you kidding?
But they're reading the letter. The way their families, which because also they're both just good people. At least from what we've seen. I guess we all know them. But they genuinely seem so sweet. Like
they both just seem to like really just like affirm each other. Like I was like, oh my god, I was like crying.
I love. Oh my god, the clip of. I need to see more of them. Like because when they show, they're like at breakfast, and then Janae's like asks him a question.
Oh, she's like, would you want to go on the first date or last date? And he's like,
and he has to answer. She starts answering.
She's like, last date. He's all.
And then she's like, yeah. And she's like, and then she joked about getting married. I think.
Like it's so cute.
And then like something happened, so they went away. But like he didn't say anything. He was just looking at her.
Like they're so like I can't. Like they make me kick my feet so much.
And both of them are so hot.
I can't even talk about it.
The heart rate challenge?
No,
because I was like, Janae looked crazy.
That's another thing.
She won.
That footage of Kenny with his like.
Oh my god! Because also I feel like no one's talked about that online. Me and Gabby are watching the episodes, and like randomly when they're like getting ready for the like the night portion of the episode, they're like just doing like cuts or whatever, or like little clips while there's like some music that's just going like dunce dunce in the back, and they show a clip of him in the bathroom when he's like pulling down his underwear, just like flexing the mirror, like just randomly, and we're like, it just like goes on, and we're like, wait, like
we're like, we need more.
No, literally, me and Gabby looked at each other like, should we rewind?
Did we?
No, no, we didn't. Oh,
but the heart rate challenge.
Janae did really good. Serena and Leah did.
Yeah.
They all did really good. For the guys, Miguel did really good.
Oh.
He choked her with fire.
He's so hot. Like, I'm sorry.
Like, that was not his first time doing that.
No.
Because that's not something you just do.
Rob's was hot, too.
His was good.
Whenever he picked up Serena and was like...
And when he was like, there's a snake in my pants.
No, I loved that.
No, but Leah ate with the one-liners.
Yes. I think he still has the hots for me.
She ate. Because also she's right. No, because it's crazy because I'm convinced Rob likes her more than she likes him.
Well, now. I
Yeah,
think.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Which is
'cause,
crazy
like,
because at one
the
point
looks-
that was not the case.
The looks were that he was giving her like the rest of the time at the villa were like crazy.
And apparently she raised his heart rate the most.
Yeah.
But her
Even
heart rate was
after-
raised the most by Miguel.
Yeah,
Which
even
makes sense.
after Cassie entered, because I could get like the guys being like nervous, like what is going on with Cassie? Because you're telling me
Yeah.
like none of their hearts got raised by Janae. Janae,
Well, no, I thought she got a good number.
no,
Oh, was Cass got a good number?
Yeah.
Oh, but that was just because they didn't know her. So they were like
they're
nervous.
Who is this? Yeah, see, that's like what I would think. But
Yeah.
like Janae,
No,
when she put Kenny on the floor and
like
was going
twerking on his face.
twerking on his
And
face,
he
and
opened
he
his
opened
I mean, Serena did something similar with
No,
Cordell.
yeah, she was like in a straddle and just like bouncing up and
It was crazy.
Wait, we need to watch that episode.
No, I wonder how awkward it was in person though, because like they say that there's like no music, and
Wait, I
like
thought they were playing music.
no, it's not. What's not the music we hear? Apparently, it's like very
Oh.
basic music, but they just try to match the beat with their music so that like it makes them look good. But apparently it's really awkward, and also it kind of makes sense. It would be awkward, especially when you're like moving between guys and stuff. Like, but they cut it up to make it seem like they're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
They make them look good, but no, it was crazy.
No.
Janae's was really good. I want to know the results if Cass wasn't there. Like, I want to
Yeah.
know who was second because like that's not fair. I mean, the fact that Rob's was still raised more by Leah, and he knew Cass,
Mm-hmm.
so you think hers would have done something.
He was so awkward though. He was like, "How are you?"
I know, but like that was
That
like
made me giggle.
I know. No, because okay, I
His
do
wrist
hate
would
him.
work on me. I fear.
I know. No, because we'll watch the episodes, and I'll be looking at Gabby, and I'm like,
I get it.
I hate him, but like I would also let him hurt me. Like I would, like emotionally, you know. Like his whole. I don't know. Because he gives kind of like I'm a loser, but he gives like confident loser.
That's why I love losers.
No, you like men who look like losers,
I-
but no, but like how he'll like that like I guess it's not really loser. It's like the awkwardness, like confident awkward,
yeah.
like works.
His like confident awkwardness does come off as a bit like arrogant.
Yeah, because he has the confidence. I don't know. Watching his interview where he talks for like an hour and a half. I mean, I had it on double time, but still, it was giving like I couldn't talk to him actually for a while. I think the only reason I thought he was attractive was because like when you watch the show, you see small bits of it. Because like the whole like towards halfway through the interview, I'm like,
Boring.
he's like, no, it's like, I'm just like, you're like it gives like it feels like a front. But like not in the like, oh, I want to see what's behind the curtain, like show me the real you. It just gives like inauthentic instead.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives like I don't know. I just don't like it. But in short doses, like while watching the show, I'm
Yeah.
like, this would work on me.
I like it.
I love when I
I
watch.
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. I love when I watch TikToks or something. I mean, like I saw a TikTok where a guy was like making a balloon sword for a child, and he's just like making jokes while they're going, and then people in the comments like, I fear this would work on me. But they're like after I would ask, what are we? And it's like that happens to me. Like
It does happen.
guys will be doing things like I'll see guys on TikTok like just being cringy or like, and it's like no, that's
that would work on me.
yeah, that riz would work. Like I fear.
I fear. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something.
I don't know. There's just so much, but
Okay, wait, so who's our? I think we should update our new favorites.
my favorite is Janae and Kenny. I don't know who
Okay,
I
well,
said last time.
Oh wait, that's oh yeah, no, we already did kind of talk about it. I know we said Janae was our favorite last time, and that's like still the same. Kenny, I think, is my favorite guy, and then I do like Cordell a lot, because I mean he did fuck up, but like I don't know how he acted after was what I felt like makes me like him more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he was able to be a man, and then I mean Kaylor did say that in her interview where she wasn't like she was upset by what Aaron did in Casa, but what hurt her more was like how he acted after. And like
Girl,
I mean,
then get up off the floor.
well I know they didn't ask her about like him love bombing her. Like saying
I
I love
would've.
you in the middle of it. I know. I mean, they
No,
they asked her
crazy.
pretty good.
He kept telling Daniela before he told Kaylor, "I love you."
Also, okay, because when he tells Kaylor I love you, he's like, oh, I've been wanting to feel like this for a while. You mean you loved someone and then went into Casa and did that? I don't believe you.
And him loosely saying it to Daniela, "I love you."
Is crazy. Because also,
Is wild.
if you did have,
Because
if you loved Kaylor, you wouldn't be saying that.
no, yeah, even when he was talking about it, like wanting to say it, he'd be like, I don't know, I've been feeling like I wanted to say, I don't want to say it. I want to say the L word.
Oh
like,
my gosh.
What? Like, you can't even say, like, what?
I know, like, you can't do the thing where, like, people say, I'm falling for you. Like, you can't say that. Or I'm falling in love with you. Like,
Yeah.
do that first then.
Or even say, I could see myself potentially falling for you.
Yeah. If you, like, really can't go there. It's just annoying. And then how, like, even Rob was saying in his interview, how, like, because Aaron said this on the show when he was defending himself. But he's like, no, after every time I did anything, I would, like, I feel so guilty or hate myself. And it's like, I was thinking of you the whole time. And Rob was like, oh, after they made out the first time that night, he's, like, sat on the bed and, like, stared off for, like, an hours by himself. Like, he was so
Then
hurt.
why did he kiss all over?
That's what I'm saying. And I was like, he's still, like, on the bed. But then you mean then he got in his underwear and went with her in the bed and he tries to sleep with her in the bed? Like, to me, it's like, oh, you thought of her the whole time. Okay, so that's worse.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, I don't know. Which, I mean, that's what even Serena was saying to Cordell when he's like, I thought you the whole time. She's like, yeah, you felt guilty and then did it again. Like, how? Why is
When
that a
you was
defense?
dry humping.
No. Oh, my gosh. I love
You made your bed humping it? It's
Yes, I was just
oh
thinking
my
of
God.
that.
It's so good.
It's so good. Yeah, like the play on words. I mean, there's so. What's your? I was gonna ask you your favorite quote, but I'm not ready to answer it.
I think my favorite is you made your bed humping it.
I do like that one a lot.
Or he really did his big one up there. It was like a movie.
I like the
And
now
now
you're sending
Send it
three home.
home.
I like that one more, I think. Oh, but I also love the like whatever you've heard about me times it by a million, make it worse. You think that's bad, make it worse, whatever she
Yeah.
says. I think it's like suck my dick, you know, that whole thing. I think
Yeah.
I like that one. I think that's my favorite Leah one. But
Janae, whenever she was like, hold on, I want to get up in this.
when she pulled in the glasses, I was dead. Okay, but also no, when she was stretching yoga to get Connor's attention,
And it worked.
and it worked. I mean, she's like that girl, but like that also killed me.
And then he came up to her right away, like sat down.
I mean, I don't like how he treated Janae.
No, that was so mean.
I
The way he
know.
was like purposely being mean to Janae.
Yeah, and like throwing shade at her. It was like
Like,
it
just
was
tell her you're not
yeah.
that interested.
that was the one time when I like was like, oh no, Leah, stop, because like I was like, no, like you guys are supposed to be besties.
Yeah.
And I did feel like he was being mean to her and she wasn't really standing up for her. But no, yeah, that's why. Yeah, my opinions on the guys have changed a lot since a week.
No,
Last time we
you
recorded
did say
it.
you liked Connor.
I know I did, and I think by then he was already out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just like reflecting on it. It's like, well, no, I lied.
No, yeah, I love Kenny.
I think I like Kenny is the guy I thought Connor was, you know, and so it's like that's why. But no, Kenny is definitely my favorite because he genuinely just seems so sweet. And I do like Cordell. I do like Miguel too. Like I like the guys they're with because Miguel, like, you always know where you stand with him. Like he doesn't lie. He doesn't play the games.
Yeah.
Like
He went from player to lover boy. No, did you
Yeah.
see people were talking about like during movie night, because you know how we said he was like, oh, my past, like my family
fighting.
is like have been fighting.
yeah.
Someone pointed out that during movie night when everybody was arguing, he was like standing there with tears welling in his eyes because like
Yeah.
just like trauma. And I was like, stop.
Well, apparently even on the finale, like he was crying a little, and then she's like comforting him. They're just. It's like I just wish they would have actually shown the real relationship.
Yeah, I wish they would have gave them a better date that like fit their interest.
Well, people were saying that based on the dates, you can tell what the producers felt about the couples because like Serena and Cordell's and Janae and Kenny's were so much more emotional and like personable to them, but then the other two were like adventurous, like do something dates, like more like bachelor style, like you don't know the person stuff, which I thought was interesting because literally even like Kendall and Nicole at that point like said he said I love you.
Yeah.
And it's like they're giving them a date that's like not personal, whereas like Janae and Kenny have this emotional date and they have not even said like I'm falling for you.
Another date was
I just,
so
like-
fucking cute.
Yeah, I feel like everyone could read through it, like the way
Yeah.
that like on whose feels more authentic. Oh, them in the hideaway was so cute.
No, stop. That was so funny. Before, like, Janae was off somewhere, he was already trying on, like, the mask and everything.
And he has the mask on the things, and she's like still getting ready in the bathroom or something. They're so cute. Oh my god. Also, I love all of the like on the Love Island TikTok, all of the POVs from Janae's point of view they've been posting, where Janae's like will be recording with her phone and giving like a tour.
Yeah.
It's her voice is she's so cute.
Kenny.
No, because oh my god, I think I told you someone on TikTok I saw maybe it was Twitter call her SZA's little sister.
Yeah.
And that's so funny because when I watched the first episode, I was like, oh my gosh, she reminds me of SZA, and because she has like such a sweet voice.
Yeah.
It's so cute, and I love her. Yeah, how
Where
she
Janae
says Kenny.
stand?
Yeah, but Janae stands first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for the reunion.
Yeah.
She did nothing wrong. So
Literally did nothing wrong.
I mean, she was a little dramatic about the recoupling. Well, not dramatic because that's how she felt.
She
But-
wanted those answers. She was like, "Who do you have a better connection with?" Me.
No,
Okay.
she ate. Yeah.
And then that girl, she was like,
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because that girl on TikTok now has shown so much personality, and I was like,
"No."
I
She
wish
was like,
this girl was in the
"Guys,
villa."
I know my bun was so ugly. Like, stop reminding me.
no, she's like so funny. I'm like, oh my god, I wish we saw more of like this personality because I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like she seems so likable.
It sucks with the Casa girls because it's like, to the viewer, it kind of just feels like they're like pushing themselves too hard to get into the villa.
Yeah, it would
And
suck to
kinda,
be a
like, icks
Casa
people out. Yeah.
to enter in Casa anyways. Like I feel like being a bombshell is even better.
Yeah.
Than that. I do like Daniela. Like, well,
I don't.
I liked.
I don't
her,
think she's a girl's girl.
yeah, it's like I don't think so either. But I felt like I liked how she was like bonding with the girls a little. Like, I mean, I don't like how she lied to Kaylor.
She lied about so much.
I know. I don't know. Maybe I don't like her. Me
I
like
don't her.
thinking.
At movie night, when Danielle was like, "Oh, that's so embarrassing to watch," and then Kayla was like, "Yeah, it was embarrassing for me
Oh
too."
my god, yeah.
She's like,
No, when
"Sorry."
Serena. Oh my god, no. Because when Serena's like, oh, I'm sorry to Leah, because they showed like the clips of Serena and Miguel kissing, and Leah's like, oh no, you have nothing to apologize for. Like it's so fine. Blah blah. blah. And she's like, I would tell you if something's wrong. And then Serena goes like, oh, I know you would, bitch. Like you always speak your mind. And then Leah's like, don't. like she's like, don't start with me, right? Because it's also like, what the fuck? Like, why were you being shady?
Yeah.
Like she's literally like saying like, oh, you have nothing to apologize for, like blah blah blah, and then you're gonna throw shade at her. Like, I mean, the fact she was also over there crying for not getting breakfast, and then he literally comes over and gets breakfast.
No, that was so funny.
That was crazy. Like, girl, no, I cannot with her. Like,
We were saying she's so pretty, but like this, she should like
no, she
show her
was.
colors.
Oh my god, speaking of show your color, Dea was.
Oh my god.
Dea, they would never make me like you. I am so sorry. Like,
I did appreciate when you told Serena like, no, this did not happen.
I did.
This happened.
Yeah, because Danielle are clearly gonna do that.
But girl, be so serious.
There's
When she
multiple
was
things.
like, oh no, like I'm cutting Cordell off. That's your man. Like,
That was so childish.
and then when Cordell was trying to talk to her, she's like, oh no, yeah, you don't even have to. Like, I don't think this is going anywhere.
And then going over to Serena and like being like, you can have him, girl. He was never yours.
We've had him.
He was literally trying to break up with you. That you can't. She's not. You can't pass him off. Like, no. And then no.
Everyone, no, didn't she say like, oh yeah, I never really had girlfriends, and everyone was like, girl, we can tell.
Yeah, literally. Well, also when she first gets in the villa, she's like, oh my gosh, they're so childish how they're all acting. Like talk about the OG girls, like for being upset, like they should be. And that's like, girl, you were out here being more childish with the whole.
No, I heard that like when they came back from Casa, like it was so bad they cut a lot of stuff out. Like the
Yeah.
main villa girls did not want to talk to the Casa girls at all, and they've had to like sit them down and be like, y'all have to talk
The
to
next
each
morning,
other.
yeah.
Cordell or like Serena like was talking more shit to Cordell. Janae was talking more shit to Kenny.
I mean, it makes sense. Because also, like, why if my guy brought in a new girl, I would not, like, I don't have time to talk to the new girl. Like, there's too much going on. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, welcome to the villa. Well, one, you took my man. Or try to. Because none of them did.
Liv's face whenever when they first came in, Danielle was like, oh, Aaron's so sweet. Like, he'd always talk about you. And Liv's like,
Oh my God.
all in her face.
Liv is so funny. I cannot wait because the reunion will be fun for Liv too because Liv will have seen everything.
Yeah.
But it's just I couldn't. And then no, Dea, it's like no, you're childish. Cannot deal with that. And then also with the whole Odell Beckham thing, she like one, you're a liar.
She got so defensive so quick.
Yeah, and then two, people were pointing out how she calls him OBJ,
OBJ.
and it's like you wouldn't do that if you didn't know him.
Yeah.
It's like doesn't make sense. And then later you're gonna be like, oh, your boyfriend was at a party with him or what was the weird story she came out like? It was like this weird photo that her
I commented on
ex-boyfriend
a group photo.
posted.
Yeah.
So it's like that to me is also crazy because if your ex-boyfriend is at a dinner party or like at a dinner with him, like you have connections then.
Yeah.
Like you can't sit here and act like you don't, and then I don't know. I don't believe her.
If someone put that up, I'd literally be like, I had no idea he was your brother.
Yeah.
Like, because I did not know Cordell was related to him.
Well, I didn't either. But I mean, even if you did, like the fact that she didn't tell him about that is like, okay, so you clearly just want me for my brother.
Yeah.
Like if she would have been like, oh, I know who your brother is, like, oh, I used to be a fan, or like always thought he was hot. I mean, I don't know if you would tell him that actually. I don't know. I don't know how you would go about that. But she was just clearly lying and being offensive. So it's like, so that was your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and the way she immediately is talking bad about Serena, I don't know. Cannot be me. Cannot deal with that. Like in the call, I'm saying she's made like, oh, I'm giving him all the attention he's been needing and wanting. It's like,
and she like literally made a beeline toward him.
Like
No,
she wanted him.
She was
on a
him.
mission. That's what the tweet said. Like how she was on a mission. She's like, the worst part is that like Cordell's dumbass fell for it or whatever. But whatever. Okay,
Serena being like, that is not about me.
No, I know. Oh no, I love them so much.
That was
They're
so
so
funny.
cute. Them giggle. Her doing his hair.
Stop.
Okay, there's actually okay. Well, we've already gone long enough. Like this episode's gonna be so long.
I'm sorry.
So let's just do our weekly obsessions.
Okay. You go first.
Okay, I feel like mine's gonna cheat because I'm cheating. My weekly obsession is Janae and Kenny.
Okay.
So it's like not Love Island. It's just them, the
Yeah.
edits and stuff. Yeah.
My weekly obsession is Michael.
Are you gonna say you know which one? Because I'll kill you.
Do you know which one?
It's not my brother.
It is your brother.
But why?
We like text all the time.
No, I feel like that does not make sense. There's been other weeks where this would make more sense.
We have been
It's actually
texting.
Michael?
Yes. We've been texting. Like
Oh.
whenever I pass by a Michael Jackson star, I'm like, oh my god, I miss being in like Disney with you.
But he's your weekly obsession?
Yes.
Okay, but see, then when he's here, then who's going to be your weekly obsession?
Victoria.
That's what. Oh my god. Is it actually Michael? Is there like a story you're gonna say?
No, we've just been talking.
You just wanted to get my reaction for that?
Yeah.
Whatever. I've been overalls. I need to roll my eyes more. Like Rob's eyeballs are crazy. He like flutters them. They're heavy. Like he's not chill. His like whole head goes back. It's crazy. Like he's serious
That
about
like
that.
hurts my eyes.
No, yeah, I don't know how he does that. Cause I roll my eyes, but it's more like it's like oh wait,
Mine's side eye. I'm like.
I do side eye.
Okay, is that it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, we'll see y'all next week.
We will, yeah.
Okay, bye.